What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video today, and we're trying something new here on the channel. I'm here to give you guys my top 5 what I think are the best cards out of Toon Chaos, the new set that just got announced. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified whenever I upload. You'll also be notified when I stream over on Twitch. Link is in the description. So we're trying this out on the channel. We'll see how it does. If you do enjoy the video, please do give it a like. That lets me know that you do like it and that you enjoy this type of content on the channel. So Toon Chaos just got announced. Everyone's going crazy. Really good reprints, some cool stuff that's coming out. And I rarely do top 5s. It's really hard for me to find just 5 cards, but I thought this time let's give it a whirl. Let's try to narrow down what I think are the best cards to pick up from this set, because obviously not everyone is going to buy this set in bulk. There are certain cards that you want depending on what your wants are for the set, but I personally think that this set is pretty cool depending on, again, if you're a Toon player, if you're a Chaos player, if you're someone looking for some valuable reprints. This set does have you covered. So I'm going to start with, and of course, because you already know it's hard for me to get just 5 cards, I decided to compile all the Toon support into one. So kind of a little bit of a cheat, but we'll just say the 5 new Toon cards that came out. They're, of course, the Toon Blackluster Soldier, the Toon Harpy Lady, Toon Bookmark, Toon Page Turn, and Toon Terror. So there's these 5 new support cards for Toons. Now, I know most people are buying this set or getting this set if they are fans of Toons. I know there are a lot of players that actually really do like this deck. I think that it just comes down to player preference if you're really someone who does enjoy the deck. I myself played it, believe it or not, for those of you that don't know, back when I was playing in the Duelist League, I want to try to remember what year it was, and I had not even gotten into real competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, but it was like my first step into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Toons. I played like old school Toon World, Mongaryu ran, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, Toon Summon Skull, Toon Mermaid, all of Pegasus monster, because I absolutely loved Pegasus. And yeah, obviously over the years we haven't seen Toons do much. Obviously Toon Table of Contents has probably been the most competitive Yu-Gi-Oh card, and definitely not in a Toon deck. It's mostly been a spell card for strikers. It's been in like FTK decks to like thin your deck, but we never really seen the deck do anything. But it is a really fun casual deck to play. If you think about it, being able to attack your opponent directly back like eons ago in this game sounded broken. Now it's kind of hard to say, but I think Toons obviously will never be like tier 1, like super competitive, but they are a really fun deck for anyone who is a fan of Pegasus. Obviously he probably turned all the monsters, any monsters he ever used, into Toon, so it's cool to see that he's actually, you know, that they're actually, you know, printing support for them. The Blackluster Soldier is cool, I guess. All you do is you tribute Toon monsters from your hand or field whose levels equal 8 or more while you control Toon World, and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, obviously, unless you're playing the mirror match. Once per turn, if you control Toon World, you can target one card on the field, banish it. Also, this card cannot attack during the turn this effect is activated. I mean, I think the support is very lackluster, but again, it's for nostalgia people who really do enjoy it. I think it's cool that they made Blackluster Soldier a card. Toon Harpy Lady is cool too. I just wish they would have taken away the cannot attack the turn it's summoned clause. Many people have mentioned it, but I mean, what year are we in? Why is that even relevant? Like, why on earth do you even have to have that as a thing? So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You're able to special this card, summon this card from your hand, and if you control another Toon monster, you can destroy one spell or trap your opponent controls. While you control a Toon World and your opponent controls no monsters, the card can attack directly. This is like really old school Toon stuff. It lets you pop back row, I guess, which is fine. Again, not the craziest card, but again, it is nostalgic, especially for people who do like Harpy Lady. Then there were, after the 2 monsters, there was a bunch of stuff. In addition to that, there was Toon Bookmark. Now, Toon Bookmark reads, add 1 Toon World or 1 card that specifically lists Toon World in its text from a deck to your hand except Toon Bookmark. If a Toon World you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only activate it once per turn. I don't think the card is that great, but again, it is good support for the deck for any kind of nostalgia people. It lets you search Toon World, and it also protects the Toon World. So I mean, I guess that's fine, but I think most people are going to be playing Toon Kingdom anyway. But I mean, it's fine. Again, you know, it's for support. And then there's Toon Page Turn. Now, I'm not 100% sure if these names are confirmed, but these are the names that I got offline. This is probably the best best support card. If you control Toon World, reveal 3 Toon monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly chooses one for you to special summon, ignoring its conditions, and you shuffle the rest into the deck. You can only activate one of these per turn. At least this gets you out a free summon. This is pretty cool. Like, you could bring out Toon Dark Magician or whatever cards you play in your deck specifically. I think this is probably the best support card for the Toon deck. Obviously, like I said, it's not going to be super competitive, but at least gives you a cool way to tutor out a monster. Very similar to some effects where, like, you reveal, you know, they choose one and then you get to special. Ignoring its conditions is cool too, so at least you get to summon something basically for free. So there's that. And then the last card is Toon Terror. It is a counter trap. When a spell or trap or monster effect is activated while you control Toon World and a Toon monster, negate the activation if you do destroy the card. It sounds cool having a counter trap, but unfortunately one thing that this deck is still lacking in 2020, the requirements is too high. You have to control Toon World and a Toon monster. Now I know most people that play this deck would say, well, that's obvious, you want to have Toon World, Toon Kingdom, and a Toon monster at all times, but it requires a little bit too much setup. But again, what I like about this support is that it is nostalgic, so I had to include it as the number one on here for the best cards in the set, because obviously most people who are getting this set outside of the reprints, you're doing it for the Toon card. So I had to be fair and include them, because I think it wouldn't be fair if I didn't include them. But that's it for the Toon cards. You know, shout out to Toon players. I hope it gives you more reason to play the deck that you do enjoy, having a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the deck profiles out here on YouTube. It'll be really fun to see. Next, I've got Chaos Space. This card is crazy. Like, these Chaos cards are ridiculous. I really think they went overboard, like, with the Chaos support compared to Toon. It's called Toon Chaos. Well, Chaos really overbodies it. I think the only problem I have with the Toon stuff is you barely have any support. There's only 5 cards in a set that's called Toon Chaos. Like, that's crazy. But the Chaos Space stuff is crazy. You send 1 light or dark monster from your hand to the graveyard, add 1 light or dark monster that cannot be normal summon or set from your deck to your turn, with a level from 4 to 8 and with a different attribute than that monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished light or dark monsters that cannot be normal summon or set, place that monster on the bottom of your deck, then draw 1 card. You can only use each effect once per turn. This card is nuts. We're already talking about it in Thunder Dragons and other chaos based decks. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do with this, but I think this card has huge potential. I've already seen like Chaos Blue Eyes decks. Lithium already has some crazy lists out. I think this card is really, really cool, and I can see a lot of positive things happening for chaos based decks. I'm really excited to see what happens with this. I think this is a huge step forward. We could potentially see combo Thunder become a thing again. I'm not sure in what capacity it will happen, but rest assured, I love Thunder Dragons. If the Chaos Thunder Dragons becomes a thing again, you'll definitely see it here on the channel, and Chaos Space could be that card that starts to send it over the top. Along with that, the next card is easily the Chaos Creator. This card is crazy. Like, those of you that remember the Creator from back in the day, I think it was called the Dark Creator. Like, it was crazy. Like, you had to have like 5 dark monsters or something like that. Its summoning condition was a lot harder. Like, obviously you could manipulate your graveyard, but it was still pretty hard. But this one is pretty simple. It's a Thunder monster, which is great. It cannot be normal summon or set. It must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 light and 1 dark monster from your graveyard. If you control this card that was special summoned from your hand, you can banish 3 you can target 3 banished monsters with different names, special summon 1 of them, then place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. That's crazy. Again, I see this possibly being used in Thunder. It is a Thunder monster, it is a dark, and it is a level 8. That's a lot of requirements that it meets that are really nice. You're able to actually make your rank 8s more comfortably. It has a 3000 defense, and it banishes your chaos monsters. And in Thunder Dragons, I mean, you banish your guys, they get effects. Like, it's crazy. I see a lot of potential for this card. Obviously, it's going to be tested out more with Creator and, of course, the already mentioned Chaos Space. So I think together these 2 cards are going to be insane in chaos based decks, and I myself am really excited to see what they do with these cards in Thunder Dragons. So like I said, stay tuned to the channel. As soon as these cards get tested more, we're definitely going to have some wacky builds with this, because I already love Levianeer in the Thunder deck. So anything that fuels chaos, light, and dark monsters, I'm all for it. So I'm super excited to see what they do with that. So unfortunately, those are like really the best like new cards. The Toon stuff for nostalgic purposes and people who love Toons, and then these chaos cards. There's other cards, of course. There's cards that actually work together with Noble Knights, Ignites. There's a lot of cool stuff like that. I didn't really focus on that because that's not really my expertise, nor is it really decks I care about as much. But I'm sure those of you out there probably like the new like support that's going to go to Noble Knights and stuff like that. So definitely pick that up if that's something you're interested in. But for me, after that, I looked at the 2 best reprints in my opinion in this set. The first one is Cyframe Gamma. Now I say this, Gamma only has 2 prints. It has its original Ultra print, and then it has its Super reprint as a promo card. Both versions were pretty hard to get. The card is really good. It bounces in and out of formats. You never know when Gamma is going to be like the best hand trap, but I can tell you right now, pick up your Gammas. If you already have your drivers, pick up your Gammas. It can just stop anything. If it gets Ash, you can summon it again. Like, it's crazy. Gamma is a fantastic card. Easily one of the best hand traps. Granted, you do have to run the brick that is Cyframe Driver, but it's one of those high risk, high reward cards, and I think it's really important that everyone picks this card up. Make sure you have it, just because you never know. You definitely need a set of them. You need 3 of that and 1 driver. Driver's also in this set, but I think everyone should pick up Cyframe Gamma. I think it's an amazing reprint, and I think it's really good to have, especially to add to your whole onslaught of hand traps. It's easily one of the best hand traps that bounces in and out of formats. I think it's better to have it than not have it. So I'm a huge fan of that. I think that's a really good reprint. And last but not least, I'm pretty sure you guys guessed this one. It's Pot of Extravagance. What can I say? Everyone's been waiting for this. This is the card that's supposedly going to sell the set. This reprint has been needed for a really long time. You can't play Haltergeist, you can't play Subterrors, you can't play like stun trap decks without this card, or so they say. I'll be honest, having played both Guru and Altergeist, I will tell you it makes a huge difference being able to activate Pot of Extravagance and then do your stuff in decks like Guru, Control, and Geist. I think this is an amazing reprint. I think this way it'll give more players who've been needing this card the access to it. A lot of people have been trying to find budget replacements for this card for so long. Unfortunately, there really isn't one. So this will finally give you the ability to play your deck at full capacity, full power, and I think it's great. Obviously, you guys already know, banish 6, draw 2, banish 3, draw 1, whatever. The card is insane, and I think it's a very much needed reprint, so I'm super happy for that. I just wish personally they had focused more on the Toon aspect. Olinthio, who came back, shout out to you for one video, brought it up the best. How are you going to make a Toon set that barely has Toon cards in it? But I digress. Hopefully you guys did or do want to pick up this set for the Toon support if you're a nostalgic player, if you're a fan of Pegasus and Toons. And like I said, the reprints and the new Chaos cards really send this set home. So it'll be interesting to see how this set does. Again, I think it all comes down to player preference of what you want to play, but I personally really like the Chaos support, and I'm really excited for the reprints because I think they're much needed in the game. But that's today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to continue to see series like this where I talk about my top 5 or whatever favorite cards from upcoming sets. I'll look into sets more, and then we can discuss them. That can give you ideas of stuff that I personally would be picking up or stuff you should be picking up depending on your needs for your certain decks. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, give it a thumbs up. It helps more than you know. And let me know what you think about Toon Chaos and what card you will be picking up from it once it releases. But that's all I got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.